Here on Indie Style, we'll feature successful entrepreneurs from across the globe who are making incredible strides in their industry. You may not know their names yet, but you soon will. I'm Leah DeVon, and this is Indie Style. I'm excited. We have a business mogul on our show today. He is the co-founder of FUBU. He is a television host. He's an author, and his latest book is entitled Building an Empire. So we have a lot to talk about on our show today. So welcome, Jay Alexander Martin.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Leah. How's it going?
Hey, Jay. How are you today?
Hey, great.
Good. Well, I'm excited. So let's just jump right in. So I know everybody always wants to know. Let's talk a little bit about FUBU. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, FUBU's been around since what, like 1990?
1992.
You've been around for a minute, and it's so interesting because
I'm a dinosaur.
What? Say that again.
I'm a dinosaur.
Oh, you're a good successful.
We call it a garmento.
Mm-hmm. That's good, but super successful. It's interesting because you're like what I call like the consummate poster child for like an entrepreneur. You know, like how did FUBU come into fruition, and like how did you start it financially? Let's start from there.
Okay, so it's funny. If I had another dollar for every time somebody had to
ask that question, but I have to know.
Yeah. So let's go way back.
Okay.
Again, I take credit, but then again, I can't take credit without my partners. In this. So basically, real quick story. So David John, everybody knows him, Shark Tank. And he was creating a hat, tie-type hat. It's a tie-type hat. You basically tie it. It's a tube. You sew it, and he's running around selling them. Of course, David's that type of guy. He's just trying to sell it. He's trying to make money, and he's always been that guy that always been that shark, which is a natural progression for him to be actually on that show. Then came along Carl, which is my other partner, and those guys kind of ran around and sold goods. Sold it. I was in Desert Storm. I was fighting Desert Storm in the Navy, U.S. Navy, and I got on a medical discharge. So I got into an accident. I actually got some money from that accident, and I really initially wanted to get into the Navy to either get into fashion, which I don't know what I was thinking in that part, or get money or be able to go to school for fashion somehow, right? That was my thinking.
Okay.
So I wound up getting out on medical discharge. I got $7,000, and I came home and went straight to school. I went to FIT. So then I hooked up with Damon. We longtime friends, and I was seeing that he was doing creating a hat, and he was just selling them. And I was like, wow, this logo is nice. What are you doing with it? Let's create a line. So he looked like I had four heads, like create a line. What do you mean create a line? Like, we can't create a line. That doesn't happen. I was like, no, it can happen. I'm going to school. I know what I'm doing. He's like, okay, that's great. And you may know what you're doing, but we don't have any money. You need money, right? So I said, oh, listen, fine. I have this amount of money. I'll give you $6,000. I'll keep $1,000. I'll buy clothes and do all the things I have to do with it. And let's start. And from then on, we started it.
So he already had the FUBU, the For Us By Us, or how did you guys figure out that was?
He already had. I don't believe he knew. It took someone like me to tell him what he had, I think. Because it didn't. I don't think he. In hindsight, I don't think he cared. And I'm not saying he didn't care about For Us By Us because he needed something for us by. I didn't think he cared to create an actual business. I think he cared about money and doing something because he's a very entrepreneurial type of guy.
Right.
But he didn't really think, I don't think that he thought that this business would be this business as it is today. And it would take him so many different roads. I think that I felt that more so that it was going to take us to all these roads and do this because it's really what I wanted to do. And I guess that's what I'm really trying to say is that I don't believe that my other partners had that type of vision to what they really wanted to do because they just wanted to make money. I really wanted to be in fashion.
That's awesome.
So with those two passions coming together, Damon dired to make money. I mean, and my other Carl, Keith and Carl, those guys, look, we just kind of, growing and doing this stuff as a young kid, trying to get out of the streets and try to do something different, besides, selling drugs or just getting in trouble or going to jail or whatever. We decided to do that. So again, to make it kind of clear, I think his passion was money, not necessarily passion being fashion. I think my passion was just fashion, and I saw an opportunity and I jumped on it and I put all my money into it and believed in him just as well as he believed in me, right, to pull this off. Okay.
So let me ask you this. Okay. Of course we have social media, and the internet in the 90s definitely wasn't the internet we have today.
Mm-hmm. So internet in the 90s, what internet? It was there, but yeah, you're right. But,
we didn't have that cush, just Facebook and, all those things. So how did you and I'm sure, you said you guys were young. I'm sure you didn't have billboards because you said you had what, like $7,000. Like, how did you push your brand? How did you initially start making money? How did you get that brand in front of people where you actually started making revenue?
Well, drive, because again, there's a whole bunch of no's out there, and you go and knocking on the door until you get a yes. And then once you get one yes, you get another yes. But then there's the whole follow leader syndrome. And because somebody else said yes, I'm going to say yes. Mm-hmm. And you have to have that attitude to keep going. And we had that attitude. We had that young, we don't care. We're just going to make it happen. And I don't care what you say. And this is going to, and we're going to do it. And without that passion and without that drive, and I always say drive, go back to drive. It's never going to work. Right. So for instance, we had, again, like you said, we didn't have, a social media where we could just post it for free. Right. We had to do what we can, hook a crook. We had to figure it out. We had to, rob Peter to pay Paul. We had to take a penny and make it into $1. We had to just keep going and finding different ways to make it work. If we had one T-shirt, we would go put it on a website, put it on an artist and a video, which was our commercials.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, how did you?
And that way it would be seen over and over and over again as a commercial until we got money to actually do our own commercials. I think out of all the, quote unquote, urban companies, we must have had, I think we had 5 commercials. Mm-hmm. No one else did commercials, just us. We're the only ones, because we were the most. And again, I could, in hindsight too, looking back, I could say to myself, we were the best marketed. I don't know if we were the best at fashion. Mm-hmm. Because there were some people that were wow, why did you even create that? Because we were more ready to wear. We wasn't high end at that point until we started doing suits. Then we became more high end, but then we were still more moderate in price. So it still didn't really reach the plateau of high end. Mm-hmm. So we had designers that could take a rug and turn it into a gown. I can't compete with that.
Right.
Frankly, I am a designer, I guess, quote unquote, but I'm not necessarily a designer. I'm more of a what they call a creative director.
Okay, so, right.
And being creative, you be creative in marketing. You're creating in design. You're creating in just basic, fundamental things that you do. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Okay. Right. So basically, fundamental things that you do in your day to day. So again, Damon always used to say, let's dig when people zag. Let's do it another way. We'd go to the stores and I don't want to say we'd beg, but we would have our friends go in and say, hey, did you get this line or whatever? Like we would just do things, anything that we could do to get ourselves out there. We did an ad in the Source magazine. Mm-hmm. So we asked LL to take the picture. We took the picture and, we put that in the ad. Then we did another ad. Then we did another ad. And then, we went to Magic and there's all the things that we did. We just did because we believed in ourselves and we believed that we were going to make it. Now, again, that goes back to kind of just talking to people. It's not about you can make it just because you're working.
Right.
It has to be the right time. Has to read the right product. There's a whole lot of variables that go into it. It's not just I read a book and so all of a sudden I'm going to be a billionaire because I listened to what he said. Always say take what I say as a grain of salt and sprinkle it into your life.
Let me ask you this: How long did it take before you guys were like, okay, like we kind of made it? Like how many years, like how long did that take?
You never made it. You never make it. If you keep in your head you never make it, you will continue going.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
You know, people I personally don't have the goal mentality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at it as a goal. I don't look at things as a goal. I can't because and that's just me. I don't know about anybody else.
Right.
You know,
honest.
You know, because a goal stops once you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't have that attitude.
Right. Okay.
I want to be around. I want my brand to be around forever, ever beyond me.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense because it's interesting now looking at your brand now, and it's just you're continuing to reinvent. Tell me. I mean, it's like tell everybody what you're doing differently, how you're continuing to grow your brand because I've seen some incredible.
Well, I mean, what we do is brand extensions. We wait till, and we do it strategically. We wait till there's a really need, or we sit back and say, just like with everything we've done, it's you know what? Oh man, you know what? I can't see. I need glasses. Well, I guess we need to do glasses. Oh, we need to do ophthalmic glasses. Oh, we need to do sunglasses. Oh, wow. What time is it? I don't know. I need a watch. I need my own watch.
Watch line.
That's just how things go. Okay, so now what we're doing now, all right, well, television. Man, I'm tired of watching television because I can't see nothing that I want to watch. So you create your own television network. Okay, next. Man, there's nothing on the radio I want to hear. Oh, you start your own radio. Oh my God, we travel so much. Man, well, we got tired of staying in these hotels. Well, create your own hotel business. So we're doing that. Like that's just how we think. I have so much scheduled that sometimes I don't believe in assistants.
What?
I don't believe in assistants. I don't like them. I know that's really weird. I don't like them.
Weird. I'm receiving. I told you I'm gonna ask you questions partly because I'm nosy and I'm.
No, you know why? What happened? I get traumatized. I get traumatized in business and in life. So if I have a situation and I learn from others, so I'd rather learn from their mistake than mine. So I came up in the world of like publicists and fashion and beauty and lifestyle and all that, and a lot of people had assistants. All those assistants turned around and
did crazy things.
If they got fired based off of, they're doing wrong. So they trying to turn it around. They did something wrong, and they'll turn around and say that, and then talk all about your business and tell you and mess up. You know what I mean? And I just keep everything. So what I do, I don't know if we're on tape, but what I try to do is to be able to do 3 things at once all the time. So I practice that.
Give me an example. Okay, 3 things at once. I'm 80.
I always do 3 things at once.
Okay.
So, like, for instance, if I'm watching television, I'm on the phone. I have the TV on the closed caption, and I maybe be able to cook at the same time.
Okay.
That way, I'm partitioning my brain to be able to do 3 things at once. That way I can't mess up. I don't mess up.
Okay. See, I would burn the food. I just need help.
The hardest part to do the food part because you got to go back. Or if I'm cooking a meal, I try to cook 2 different things at the same time.
Why?
Meanwhile, I'm trying to watch television and read.
You too. Why can't it just be one? Why 2?
What? Because, okay, so for instance, then that way when a problem comes up, right, what you do is you'll be able to deal with that problem. You'll take everyone's different situation, put it together, and be able to disseminate and get you an answer really fast and be able to think on the draw. Okay, because your mind is able to capture and deal with 3 different things at one time versus only being able to focus on one thing. A lot of people say focus. And you only focus on one thing, so you're sitting there. But if something else happens, you're frantic. Oh my! You don't know what to do. See, if a problem happens to me, like it's really weird. If something goes wrong, say somebody dies, something happens, whatever, right? Everybody's going frantic. I get relaxed. I get relaxed to the point where I can handle everything, and I don't get crazy. I was a radioman in the military, right? I have to give orders. I have to tell people things, and I have to be super calm and be able to deal. The ship could be going down. The ship is going down. I didn't know that. I can't do that. I have to go, okay, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. This is what we need you to do. This is what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But if I didn't have that ability, I wouldn't be able to be able to relay those messages.
Okay, I'm going to try to do two things at once. I mean, I multitask because I have a 6-year-old, and I feel like
a little more than multitask. This is like
beyond. No, that sounds like.
Well, yeah, you're doing it anyway because you have to do what you're doing. Plus, you have to turn around and make sure the 6-year-old is not doing something crazy or getting into something. But if you right now with homeschooling, I don't know if you guys have homeschooling.
I am homeschooling.
I don't have kids, but I can only imagine what that is. So you do that. Plus, you still have to do the things you have to do. Yeah, that's multitasking. So moms are the ultimate. See,
you know what?
Dads don't have to do that. I don't have any kids, but
See, you're like all my friends that don't have kids right now are like, I'm so happy I don't have a kid right now. Like, right. It is. This is a stressful time, but it's just like I wanted to be a mom forever. So like just whatever God gives me, I'm good. When I say just, you know what I mean? Like it may sound really crazy, but like, and don't get me wrong, COVID is horrible. Like, but I will never get this time back with my child that I have.
Exactly. It's how you look at, I say that about everything. It's how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you look at it, how you deal with it. How you deal with the problem, how you deal with, or you call it a problem. Because if you call everything a problem, it's going to be a problem.
Yep.
But if you call everything a solution, it's different. See, you call it a solution.
Right.
So
right. And I always try to preface, when I talk to people, and I always have to like do the disclaimer, COVID is bad. Don't get me wrong. Because people will get, it's devastating and it's beyond a pandemic and whatever. But I'm just like, for the most part, I know where my kid is. He's safe. Yeah. For one time in the world, you're like, for a minute.
Burden is
Yes. Like he's in a great little school, right around the corner from my house, 30 seconds from my house. It is a great school. We moved here 10 years, for the school, but it sounds, and this may sound crazy, like I still think about all the crazies that go in and do all those horrible things in the school. And it's just like trying to condition myself to know, like, and so when I say that, like, this time is precious, not that
and think about this 20 years from now.
Yeah.
This small period is bringing people together, if they like it or not.
I agree.
This little period is cleaning the earth. This little period, the animals have free reign in parks.
I know.
Because there's nobody to bother them.
Yeah.
They could do what they were naturally born to do, run around and eat each other. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
I know. They call it the life cycle.
The natural cycle, right?
Right.
Now,
right.
But because we've done so much to poison society, to poison each other, to do all this stuff, it's a reflection time to sit back and go, wow, okay, sit your butt down and relax.
Yeah, we don't know how to do that. People don't know how to do that, but see, good. See, you didn't think I'm crazy when I said that, because
that's why I said that.
When I tell people that
as a solution,
look at me.
Look at things as a solution.
They look like I'm crazy, and I'm like, I'm just kind of not enjoying COVID. Like, that would be insane, and that's not what I mean. But it's like, I'm blessed. I work from home. I've been working from home for over 5 years, so that and I know everybody can't do that. So I'm a retired educator, so I can teach my child in my basement. I mean, we made a classroom down there for him, so I'm grateful that I could do that. But he will remember when he's 20 years old.
Right. They'll look back at this and say, were you a COVID child? Oh, what were you doing in COVID? Think about the elders who, because my grandmother's 105. So she lived through everything. So, what was she thinking back then when these things were happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You can go back and say, oh man, I lived through COVID.
Mm-hmm. I know. I always say Jackson's gonna be like, yeah, my mommy was, you know how like my dad's 84. You know, I'm the youngest of 4 girls, and you know how your parents be like, I walked to
right
in snow and you know, yeah, Jackson will be like, yeah, my mommy was a teacher and we wore masks, and it's just so crazy to have a 6-year-old talk about.
Right.
But anyway, you are cool people. Okay, so Mikey is like, Mikey is like, wait, do you want me to bring the questions back up to where you were? Wait, are you?
She's getting all this footage too, right?
She is. Yeah, we're taping. We're still taping.
It says live.
Yeah. Oh. Well, it's indie style, so we just kind of we want. That's the beauty of it. So we can. So let's continue on, because you know, like I said, I was excited to do the interview because I've been following you on social media for a while, and I've been following you on social media because. How do I say this? I'm just real honest. You seem like such an authentic, approachable, cool person. Mm-hmm. And I liked your posts. And so I was like, I'm going to follow him. Mm-hmm. And I like what you post. It's positive. It's inspiring. And I think it's so interesting just in business as entrepreneurs, how you carry yourself, how you treat people. Mm-hmm. I have to believe that part of your success, or actually a big part of it, has to be how you dealt with the people, you know, around you. Mm-hmm. You get what you give, sort of. Mm-hmm. How do you feel that has helped with your success? And then also, let me ask you, you guys are just continuing to grow and to thrive. How do these people come into your arena? How do you do that?
Let me try to address the first part of it. I think just being me, again, I can only look at it how people kind of throw back to me. Mm-hmm. I speak around all over the world. Mm-hmm. Not as much as Damon. Salute to him. But people say to me, after I speak, because it's not a speech. Mm-hmm. I've never written down a speech ever. And it's weird because I just say what comes on my spirit. You know, I don't want to be godly about everything because not everybody believes in God, and I don't want to alienate anyone. But whatever comes on my spirit, I say. Mm-hmm. You tell me the topic, and I just start talking. Or I'll relate whatever we're talking about to that, and I'll keep coming back and forth to that. I don't know if it's style. I don't know. All I know is I'm saying what I'm saying because this is what I believe. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing what I'm doing because this is what I believe.
Okay.
And it's my conviction, and it is what it is. And this is who I am. So again, you could never say I'm lying because it's my story. Mm-hmm. You know, I can't fabricate. I can't put in little nuggets of something else. You can't debate me because I'm telling my truth.
Right.
Being me. So you can't debate me and say I'm wrong. I'm not wrong because I'm doing what I want to do.
Right.
So that's why I shut off everybody. And I shut off all that other chatter.
Yeah, there's always that chatter, right? Which is, I always call that just the disturbing chatter.
Because too, you know, you can say something and somebody could take it the wrong way. Now, again, I'm here. You're talking to me or I'm talking to you and you're taking it the wrong way. Now, again, as a nice guy, I'm going to try to make you feel better about it. You know, I'm going to try to make you feel or make that person or that group feel better.
Right.
But a lot of times people are not saying it because they have a problem with it. They're saying it to make a problem with it. And let me go back to let me tell you a scenario.
Okay.
Years ago, when Twitter first started, literally when Twitter first started. Mm-hmm. So let's say about 6 months into Twitter. Mm-hmm. I'm on Twitter and I'm talking about food. Mm-hmm. And this young guy, and I could tell he's young, mm-hmm. Says, whoa, FUBU is not this, and FUBU is not that, and I ain't never wearing that, and I don't this, and I don't that, and why they this, all this bad talk. So instead of me jumping into it, going, well, forget you, and I said, well, thank you for your opinion. I appreciate it. Can you please tell me the reasons why you don't like it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't like it. Not enough, but fine. So I said, let me know what you do like.
Okay.
Well, I like Lavin. So you like Lavin. Spell it. Like, you don't even know what you like. You're just saying stuff just to say stuff.
Right.
So then he's not doing your homework because you don't even know who you're talking to. You're just talking just to people because you think this is what it is. It's just dialogue going back and forth, or just to get likes and somebody jumping in and having like, if you're going to have an opinion, make it worth something.
Right.
That's all we got.
Right.
You know what I mean? Think about this. People, that's all you have is your opinion. Why are you wasting it?
Yeah. Attention. I always call, those attention people.
So the end of the story is he looks and says, "Oh my God," in his head. I know the bubble popped up in his head.
Right.
I'm talking to the actual owner. So now he's saying to himself, "Oh, well, no, I kind of, it's cool. I like it." And then offline, he's asking me for a job.
Stop it. Mm-mm. That's funny. Stop.
I'm sorry. What was the next question?
That was funny. I don't know. I want to talk. Okay. That was funny.
True story.
Stop it. I can't. Okay. That was funny. People are interesting. They just are really interesting,
People, you're not do it for the right reason.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having an opinion.
No, right.
Again, if you even get political, you can be a Democrat, somebody could be a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm a Democrat and I'm just Democrat in a way, to be honest, I can't even lie. I was born Democrat because that's my family was Democrat. Now, as you get older, your values change, things change, and you start saying, well, maybe it's not right for me to be Democrat. Maybe it's right for me to be Republican. It is what it is, but that's only because of the issues at hand of which you deal with. Mm-hmm. Now, again, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still Democrat. Although some of the other parties' things I like, but I'm still down to earth at home. So again, great, I made it. But I couldn't take my other people back. I couldn't take and bring other people with me. I tried.
Right.
So I'm not going to alienate and say it's all about me, because I could take the blow if there's more taxes. I could take the blow, but they can't.
Right.
So I'm still looking back to reach back to bring these people up. And if I can't bring them up, I'm not going to believe in policies that's going to alienate them and hurt them.
Right.
Because I got blessed to be better.
Right.
So, you understand what I'm saying?
I 100% understand what you're saying.
I'm blessed, then I'm blessed. Mm-hmm. So I can't live in my own bubble and act like it's okay. Well, forget them. No, not forget them.
Mm-hmm. No, I know.
So right. I have to say, all right, fine. This group of people, they're not as well off. So I'm still going to vote Democrat to keep them or to give back. Let's just say it's a better one, to give back.
Right. No,
because I was blessed.
Right.
But I wasn't blessed because I was just blessed out the blue. I was blessed because I bust my behind. And some people don't have that drive to keep going.
Right. I think a lot of people, if something doesn't succeed, they give up and they're just like,
right.
I'm done.
Right. I didn't answer the next question, but
that's okay.
It's all good. I think we end these things right.
I'm receiving it. No, this is good. So we have to talk about your book.
Okay.
So you've written 2 books, but your latest book is Building an Empire. Let's talk about that book.
Okay.
You're such the executive. Great picture.
Thank you. That book, to be honest, is a second to a trilogy. The next book, and even though this just came out, the next book would be the third part of it.
Okay.
The third part was about how I made all this money and what I did with it, and how where most people, well, some people are taught money, but the average person is not taught money and how to deal with money. So, especially when we get to a point where we make it. So that book was Money Makes Me Crazy, and that book kind of chronologized all that, told you exactly what money was, and then as it went on, the average business person was like, okay, now I know I made it, right? And now I have all this money, and how do I keep it? Well, how did you make it in the first place? So then this book got birthed. So now I had to tell the business part of it. How do you make it? Once you make it, what are the values? How do you think? Like, you have to think a certain way to make a business run. You have to think a certain way when a problem arises. You have to think a certain way, even just to start to be an entrepreneur. You have to have a certain mindset. And that's what this book pretty much is all about. I call it the portable consultant. Because every time you have a problem and you're thinking about something, you go to this book and you go to certain chapters and you read it and you go, wow, okay, this is what I'll do. Because what happens is every book is set. Most books are set in a way where the next author comes, takes that same concept and adds on to it and adds on to it. So it's a following mentality. This book isn't a following mentality. If you're driving, and guys, you guys don't have tow booths, and nobody really has tow booths that much anymore because they kind of took those away. But think about this: 9 times out of 10, when you're driving and you come up to a toll booth, right? There's usually that long line with all the cars on it, and if you look to the right, it's usually this short line. So it's like, well, why are these people on this line? Because they're all trained to follow the same thing. This busts that theory wide open and changes your whole mindset just to think different, to be open-minded about things and not just have, to me, like I always say, that goal mentality. Now you're thinking about everything. And when things come to you, you can kind of snatch it out of the air and handle it because you're not only focused on, and again, this is not for everybody. To me, I always say it's like the new Think and Grow Rich. That was a concept book for its time back in the days, and it kind of told you to think and you can grow rich. It's about your mindset. This takes this book and takes it to a whole nother level.
Well, I'm excited. I mean, it's got all 5-star reviews anywhere that it is. Where can we get it? Where can you?
Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website,jalexandermartin.com. You can go to Amazon, and all of your major book, because bookstores are pretty much closed now. So now you have to go online and get it. But if you go to my website, you just click the button and you can go right to purchasing it.
Okay. Give me like somebody is trying to do, I'm not saying necessarily what you're doing, but so many people are becoming entrepreneurs. Businesses are closing. People are having to figure out how they're going to find something they're passionate about, to be their livelihood. If you could give like an up and coming entrepreneur, like a tip for success, what would that be? What's a tip for success? Or like 2, give me 2.
Be you.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Be you. Okay.
FUBU, be you. You have to be you. And know, you have to know who you are. Know what you want to do, because not everybody can be an entrepreneur. You have to soul search. And again, this COVID-19 situation, everyone is sitting home like, what can I do? What can I do? Now you can figure out who you are and what you can do. The reason why I say be you is once you are you, then you know what you can do. You know what, as far as an entrepreneur, or you know what business you want to do, because it's like a kid. It's like a child. It just doesn't go away. You have to feed your child. You have to nurture your child. You have to grow your child. You have to scold your child. You have to give money to your child. You have to pay for your child.
Got to feed them all day.
Right.
Right.
You have to do that. And if you're not ready, it's never going to work.
Right.
Now, when your child does something wrong, do you throw it away?
No.
Okay, exactly. Your business is not working. That's not just like you can't just stop it. You got to keep going.
I like that thought process. Yeah, like, yeah, no, that's true, and that's wonderful. Tell me one more
tip, right? One more tip.
Yeah, one more tip.
Second tip is my second tip is kind of like the plan.
Okay.
And don't get stuck in a plan.
Okay.
Spencer, when I tell people before you want to be an entrepreneur and before you want to start this business, go to everybody that's going to tell you not to do the business. And those are the best people you need to talk to. The people that can tell you not to do it. Because they're going to give you all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. And what you're going to do is you're going to write them all down. And you're going to go off and you're going to go to all these people. You're going to go and find out all these reasons why you can't do it. You're going to write them all down. And you're going to write answers to how you can do it.
Oh.
And then once you finish that whole exercise, then you decide to start a business.
Because you've solved okay, that's, I'm learning so much. That's awesome. Because you wouldn't think like that. I wouldn't think like that. No,
you just say, no, because everyone has
business plans today. People do business plans.
I saw that such and such did it and she got 1,000 likes. And she got this likes. And I saw this person do it. And I'm going to jump into it. 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 Because that's the way to go. Now, you may do something a little bit better and maybe you'll win a little bit. But the person that really won is the person that just did it first.
Yeah.
Everyone can't be first. Because again, like you go to a nightclub and I'm not waiting online. I need to be first. Okay, well, y'all can't come in at the same time. The door ain't that big.
Right.
Do something else.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do what everybody else is doing. Do something else.
Right. Be different. Be creative.
Be creative.
Be you. Be you. I like that.
It's your blessing. It's not my blessing. You can't love. You can. That's why we say take what I say, sprinkle it. Because I can't tell. You can't do me. I did me. I'm in 3 museums. I'm in textbooks. When the aliens come down, they're gonna be like, I gotta keep him because he's in the museum. You're gone. They're killing you.
Right.
Because I did me. You based off you and your time. Some people say, well, how did you? They say, how did you do it? And my time is different. Well, what would you do? What do you care about what I do? What you will do. Because my blessing is my blessing. Your blessing is your blessing.
Right. I receive. That's good. It's a different way to think about it, but it's very, very true. I think people.
And exactly. And it goes back to the book. Think about it. Because we're not thinking. We're all in a herd mentality of doing exactly what the next person did. Do cycle, down, cycle, break the cycle. Right.
Be you. I like that. I like that a lot. And I might.
Again, you can't. If I'm being me and I'm being authentic, and this is what I'm putting out, they're going to be people that go, "Wow, I like that," because they believe in what you believe in. You.
Hey Jay, guess what I'm going to do? I might do for dinner tonight.
What's that?
I might just cook 2 meals. Listen, I'll probably burn one because I don't even like to cook.
But think about COVID. I can cook, but I'm not a chef. But now I feel I'm a chef. I can make all vegan. I can make all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, I never had to cook so much. I'm a restaurant guy.
Me too. I know. I remember when, just sidebar, and then we are going to go. I know we've been talking for some time, but when, COVID first started, I was like, we're not eating out. And and I cook, but my little boy was like, he was so like, no Chick-fil-A? Wait, what? You're cooking every night?
I'll learn. I'll figure out how to make Chick-fil-A. I know how to make McDonald's French fries.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. It's a process, though. It takes a while. It's not simple. Not simple. But I know how to make McDonald's French fries.
I'm impressed. McDonald's French fries. Okay, so
I'm gonna have to teach myself how to make Chick-fil-A before it's all over.
That would be crazy. I know. 3 meals a day. So so you are all over social media, but like if somebody wanted to find out more, like where's your main go-to hub where people can find you?
Honestly, one thing I keep forgetting to tell people, and I don't know why I keep forgetting to tell people. Okay, let me back it up for a second.
Okay.
The typical Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, right? I always forget to put in LinkedIn.
I saw your LinkedIn page this morning.
I always forget because it's funny. I don't know if I do that because I forget, or I don't know if I'm doing that to forget on purpose, or because of who I'm talking to. Because the average person, if the average business person or want to be in business, treat Instagram like LinkedIn, not with the whole crazy pictures and all that stuff, but treated it. How far would they be? A lot of my business contacts or business deals, side deals, all these things I do came from LinkedIn.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Nothing comes from Instagram. Nothing.
Do you know what? I kind of agree. And just sidebar, LinkedIn, 2 wonderful deals for my business from LinkedIn.
Serious?
2, LinkedIn.
Serious? LinkedIn. If you're trying to promote, Instagram. If you're just trying to listen to what people want to say and get some feedback, Instagram/Twitter. If you and Facebook is just a glorified email address.
You're funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what?
But listen, read the book. I'm just telling you. I'm telling the truth.
No, I told you I was going to ask you what I wanted to. I'm taking notes, and I receive everything, and it makes sense because I'm on Instagram, and I'm not a big Instagrammer. Some people are like on there like all day, and I'm like, but I will tell you that is interesting. You said that 2 of my really wonderful opportunities for my show came off of LinkedIn.
But again, let me dial that back some.
Okay.
Depending upon what you want to do and where you're trying to go, and right now this show is about business.
Yes.
So what business are you having or doing? In certain situations. I think Instagram is more like networking.
I agree.
And LinkedIn is more like, networking, going to a club. Hey, how you doing? Okay. But you're not really doing business there. You're just being seen and marketing.
Right.
But if you're on LinkedIn, that's where it's introduce myself. It's almost like the pre-boardroom or the pre-meeting or the meeting because you're meeting there to discuss stuff. You're not meeting there to kick it and say, yo, where you going? Tomorrow, where you get your hair did.
This is good. And this is true. No, this has been like super insightful. And it's so interesting. How before we started the interview, you're like, we kind of know each other. And it's so interesting when you meet somebody and they're just as awesome. You were just as awesome.
Thank you. Likewise.
I mean,
I've known you for I've known you indirectly or indirectly for a long time. I want to say years at this point.
It has. And I I appreciate your time and information and all the goodness. And I'm going to cook 2 meals, not 3.
Start with 2. But okay, so basically, say for instance, if it's let's say hamburger, right? Let's just say it's a hamburger, right?
Do that.
And fries. So you have to fry the French fries and do the hamburger at the same time.
I can do that. I'm gonna do that and try. Like, I'm gonna impress my family.
You know, or if it's well, stir fry is the only way. If you do stir fry, then you have to do something else. I don't know, add into it maybe linguine or spaghetti or the thin spaghetti or whatever, or noodles. But you have to boil that and do that on the side.
I'm gonna do baby steps, Jay. Baby steps.
Baby steps. Okay.
Different things, and it's gonna be awesome. I'll have to let you know how this all goes.
Wait, real quick. So in your family, does anyone have any dietary restrictions?
No, I have a little boy that just eats all day, and he's so tall and thin all day. It's exhausting.
Wait. So I have to promote my.
Oh, I love it.
Networks matter.
Yes, they do. They do. And your network is food. You got just. I know we have to go. Yeah. My producer's like, wrap it up.
Yeah, I know. Foreign Body TV, Indie Style TV.
Yay!
Networks matter.
I like that. I want one of those. Is that on your website?
No. It's something I just put together, private. But we're working out. We're working out behind the scenes.
Okay. So listen, I am super excited that I got to meet you this way, and you're a cool dude.
Well, thank you. I'm trying.
Good person.
And again, I hope I helped someone.
You did. You helped me, and everybody that's gonna watch. We're excited. Our show's in 106 countries, so we're really.
Thank you. Please get the book. Trust me, it's great. It's great.
100%. And again, guys, I want to thank Jay for coming on the show today, and I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I know we were just. I'm gonna get in trouble with my producer, but until next time, guys, I am Leah DeVon. Be well. Our show is sponsored today by Candied Crowns Jewelry and Accessories. Candied Crowns wants every woman to feel glamorous and beautiful with their one-of-a-kind jewelry, newly added cosmetics, and fashion accessories. Be sure to visit and shop their online store at candiedcrowns.net and follow their brand on social media.